The end of Lost Paths Story 1. In the midst of shadows, and at town's maze-like streets lost, there stood an old and forgotten house. The history of this ancient house was woven with city legends and concealed mysteries. However, no one knew for certain whether these legends were true. One night, a young man gathered his courage and decided to enter this mysterious house. Its dark corridors were filled with spine-chilling silence. As he took steps forward, strange echoes reverberated from the underground, causing his heart to beat rapidly. Yet he was determined and continue onwards into the depths of the house. Then he saw a door to a room. The door was illuminated by a faint light, seemingly drawing him inwards. With trembling hands, he opened the door and stepped inside. In the room there was an old table and a dusty book resting upon it. He eagerly opened the book and began flipping through the pages. However, he couldn't make sense of the strange symbols and writings filling the pages. When he blinked, he noticed a shift in the room's atmosphere. The chilling silence surrounding the room suddenly broke. Startled by a scream, he looked around. Suddenly, he saw a robe adorned with words appearing on the pages of the book. The words moved like a living entity, breathing and pulsating. He couldn't tear his eyes away from the book and became entranced by its enchantment. Suddenly, everything around him began to fade. Reality seemed no different from a dream. However, he found himself within a dark labyrinth. He was crawling within an endless darkness at the end of lost paths. Without knowing how much time passed, he eventually stopped and looked around. Darkness enveloped him, with walls surrounding him. He couldn't muster the courage to move forward. When he attempted to backtrack, he realized the path had vanished. He was lost within the labyrinth's infinite darkness. At that moment, he understood that he was a part of that dark labyrinth. The silence surrounding him had swallowed him whole. He couldn't return to the real world or to the room inside the house. Now he was forever lost at the end of the lost paths. The young man's name was Kian, and he was lost within the dark labyrinth. He had never encountered such darkness before. His hands trembled with fear as he groped around. Yet he couldn't see an exit or a glimmer of light. Kian felt an infinite loneliness enveloping him within the labyrinth. He couldn't discern the passage of time. Perhaps hours, perhaps days passed by. Hunger and thirst began gnawing at his soul. As he contemplated his fate, he started succumbing to despair. He continued to move forward slowly, filled with fragments of hope. Yet he realized he was lost amidst the labyrinth's tight walls as he turned in every direction, attempting to progress. Fear became a chain that held him back from taking a step. As he wandered lost in eternity, he suddenly startled at the sight of a beam of light ahead. An exit. Perhaps hope had reignited. However, as the light approached, Kian noticed its peculiarity. It was an unusual light, almost like a living entity. As the light drew nearer, Kian's heart began to race. His vision blurred, and he felt a moment of unconsciousness. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a different place. In what was once a dilapidated house, everything seemed to come alive again. The house had been revitalized, adorned with faded colors on its walls. A table, a bookshelf filled with books, a pale painting. Yet, what caught his attention most was the mirror in front of him. The mirror revealed gateways to a different world. When his reflection appeared, Cian was met with a frightened expression on his face, because that reflection seemed to be from another dimension, from another time. The mirror didn't reflect reality. It opened a gateway to another reality. Cian now understood that returning to the real world was impossible. This place wasn't the end of lost paths. Perhaps it was a new beginning. Perhaps the escape route from this dimension was a portal opened through the mirror. However, this discovery was only the beginning for him. He would now explore the secrets of different realities and dimensions. Perhaps it was the beginning of a horror-filled adventure. But now Cian was lost in a destiny found at the end of lost paths. The Secret of the Lost Kingdom Story 2. In ancient times, in a distant kingdom, the legend of a lost kingdom circulated from mouth to mouth. Many tales were told of this kingdom's existence, but no one could prove its reality. Until one day, a young and adventurous hero named Alaric decided to find the lost kingdom. Alaric had spent years tracing the kingdom's footsteps, examining old maps, and listening to stories. Now his sole purpose was to find this mysterious kingdom. He set out bravely, and his dangerous adventure began. After a long and arduous journey, Alaric and his faithful companion, along with his trusty horse, reached the deep forests where the kingdom was said to be hidden. However, the forests were filled with secrets and dangers, yet Alaric's determination remained unshaken. As they ventured deeper into the dark forest, they were stopped by a river. The river seemed to stretch into infinity, and on the opposite bank, an invisible royal castle loomed. Alaric attempted to find a way across the river, but failed. The deep waters posed an obstacle in his path. However, unexpected help arrived. A fairy appeared above the waters and offered to help Alaric cross to the castle. The fairy placed Alaric in a magical boat and guided him across the river. Shortly after, they reached the royal castle. However, upon entering, they were met with a surprising enchantment. The royal castle was filled with forgotten grandeur, yet it seemed uninhabited and abandoned for years. Alaric was determined to uncover the secret of this mysterious place. While exploring the castle, Alaric and his companion stumbled upon an old letter. The letter contained the secret of the lost kingdom. However, they needed more information to solve the mystery. Alaric turned to the fairy for further assistance. The fairy revealed that there was a magical book that would explain the secret of the lost kingdom. However, she added that the place where the book was hidden could only be reached by a brave hero. Alaric and his companion ventured into a labyrinth guided by the fairy and eventually found the magical book. The book contained the story and location of the lost kingdom. However, they needed a magical key to unlock it. They embarked on a challenging quest to find the magical key. They entered a dangerous cave filled with creatures and eventually found the key. Now they were ready to learn the location of the lost kingdom and to explore it. However, the story did not end there. Alaric and his companions set sail on new adventures to find the lost kingdom. Despite the challenges they faced, Their courage and determination led them to new discoveries and surprises, and this journey would become a legend, a testament to their bravery and friendship, forever told throughout the ages. Guided by the instructions from the magical book, Alaric and his companions set out to find the location of the lost kingdom. However, they faced a challenging journey ahead filled with various obstacles. Dark forests, dangerous creatures, and mysterious traps littered the path, making progress difficult. Yet Alaric's courage and his companions' loyalty encouraged them to overcome every hardship. Their inner strength and resilience pushed them forward, determined to uncover the mysteries of the kingdom. Finally, after a long journey, they found the entrance to the lost kingdom guided by the clues in the magical book. However, the entrance was guarded by a deadly labyrinth. The labyrinth, filled with various traps and creatures, posed a highly dangerous challenge for Alaric and his companion. Nevertheless, their determination and bravery helped them overcome all the obstacles of the labyrinth. Eventually, as they ventured deeper into the labyrinth, they found the door to the ancient temple that would reveal the secrets of the kingdom. However, they needed a magical key to open the door. This key was said to be hidden where the legendary king of the lost kingdom was buried. Alaric and his companion ventured into the temple to search for the king's tomb. To find the tomb, they had to face a fierce struggle. The temple was filled with mysterious traps and various obstacles guarding the king's tomb. Yet Alaric's wit and his companions' courage guided them through all the challenges. Finally, they found the king's tomb and obtained the magical key. With the help of the key, they opened the door to the lost kingdom and ventured inside. However, surprises and dangers awaited them within the kingdom, and so Alaric and his companion embarked on a new adventure to uncover the secret of the lost kingdom and to save it. Overcoming every challenge they faced, they courageously uncovered the mysteries of the kingdom and worked to rescue his people. And this journey would stand as a testament to their bravery and friendship, forever told as a legendary tale.